So this is promised part 2 of today's video, where we've just finished lunch at Vagabond. It's just gone 1 o'clock. As you can see, it's rather
nice open spot.
Impressive landscape, nicely rugged. Lots of ferns.
Bracken.
Yes, a lot of bracken.
Shoulder high in places.
Yeah. And above us we've got some heather, which is very pretty and contrasts nicely with the blue of the sky. There's azure blue there.
Scattering of boulders.
Nice scattering of boulders. It was a bit of a challenge getting up here, as it always is with Master Week, but he says there's no, what did you say, something without challenge? There's no risk without challenge, or?
I forget what I said now.
Yeah, you said it last time. Yeah. I don't know how this compares to where we were last. This is different to the dry valley, but almost as impressive in its own way, I suppose. And I speculate it got its name Vagabond because it's such a challenge to get up, you know. You might risk life and limb getting here.
I think Mr. Beadle did risk both life and limb.
He did.
At one point.
I had a bit of trouble with the waterfall, didn't I? It was a bit of damp moss.
You had to be pulled up.
Yeah, that I struggled with. But it was worth it getting here. I mean, we found a lovely spot for lunch, as we knew we would. And earlier we found an interesting spot that we've never seen before. Yeah, a shrine to a lady called Rebecca. She died very young. She was only 37 when she died, and we think it might be the big sea that got her.
It's only a guess.
Yeah. So I think we should dedicate this video to her. Actually, that'd be a good idea. Because I did, like I said, I did feel sort of blessed and intrusive at the same time when we came across the spot, and it was a surprise for you as well.
It certainly was, last time, for obvious reasons.
And they planted a fir tree to it, didn't they, in a memory as well, which is obviously going to get quite big, you know, when it matures.
Outlive the shrine itself.
Yeah, it certainly will. So it's been an interesting experience today so far. And of course, our interesting person has been practically stalking us today, hasn't he?
4 times.
Yeah. Would you remind us of his name again?
Professor Basildon Smythe.
Basildon Smythe. He works at is it Keighley University? Keighley University. And he's the Professor of Egregious Geology.
That is correct.
I do believe. And he was conducting didn't he say he was conducting a field survey today?
Well, I suspect he's out on the ramble for interesting stuff.
Yeah.
He's probably up here on a longer expedition, I would imagine.
We saw him in the burn. He must have found an interesting rock.
In the burn. We saw him again and again.
Yeah, it's like he was following us almost.
Yes, we had a feeling of being stalked.
It
may be that he was indeed observing us discreetly.
Yeah.
But I think we're shaking him off now.
Yeah. We feel it might be connected to the Daganites in some way, but we're not sure about that yet. And we shall,
no obvious Dagonite markings about
it. We shall make further inquiries about that, actually. But he seemed friendly enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
but
and why not?
It was just a bit funny that our paths seemed to cross as often as they did.
That's unusual, that, I think, in general.
Yeah. So we're hoping everyone enjoys, you know, where we've been today, and might inspire people to come and visit themselves at some point. You know, it's a bit tricky to get here, but it's worth it.
Oh, aye. It's a nice little ramble up there.
It's a little bit above Bollyup for people who know Bollyup well. It's about, what, say half a mile above Bollyup, roughly? To the south of Bollyup.
Yes.
And yeah, it's worth visiting.
Intending to scramble up some of the waterfalls.
Yes. Well, a little bit dry at the moment.
It's a bit dry, yeah.
But yeah, when they
at the bottom. They
periodically flood, don't they?
Oh, it's been very dry.
And you said the sinkholes as well.
There may be a sinkhole.
There's that to consider.
We didn't find one. Maybe.
Yeah, we saw dead sheep on the way up as well. Still speculating what killed it. Could have died of natural causes though.
Probably died of falling into the burn.
Yeah. It might have spotted a random jaw. I mean, seeing a random jaw would kill anyone, I think.
Right.
So it died of heart failure, possibly.
Died of fright, yes.
Yeah. Either that or the albino bandersnatch got it.
Doesn't look like a bandersnatch kill though.
Right.
Not enough bones. Too much body.
So it could be something else that killed it.
I suspect, most likely, it took a tumble into the burn, broke its neck, or
right. Natural causes.
Natural causes. Yeah. I do not think it was a violent death by persons unknown.
Didn't you mention that there might be boojums in this area though as well?
Well, it's just the place for a snark further down.
Right. Which was mistaken. Was it a boojum mistaken for a snark in the original story, or vice versa?
No, a snark and a boojum was very related, I believe.
All right. So like related species. Interesting. And they're both omnivorous.
The banker believed he saw the snark, then he discovered to his great misfortune, very briefly, that it was a boojum. Then suddenly it softly vanished away. We're
referring to The Hunting of the Snark by Lewis Carroll, for those who don't know. So it's a little bit of a classical reference there. And yeah, we've seen some interesting wildlife today as well, haven't we? We've seen some flies mating, like conducting mating rituals.
Doing what comes next.
Yeah, so it must be the
butterflies.
Yep, or flutterbies. It just must be the the time of year for it, the season. Everything, as I say, everything has a season. That's what we observed. And on that note, I think I shall end it here because we've been on for 6 minutes now. And so to any potential viewers, thank you for watching. And if you feel like making any comments, I'd be very grateful.